Welcome to the ground floor of your 3-bedroom semi-detached loft right here in Capital Gardens. And take a look at the space that we have here. Really lovely. And note that this is a loft. So the first thing you're going to notice when you step into this living room is that it's a double volume living area. And as typical with a loft, it is meant to flow from one room to the other. So we have high ceilings, large windows, lots of air, lots of natural light, and an entirely beautiful space, right? So over here on the ground floor, we have the living room, and here I love the furniture that they put in here. You have a brown couch here, and then right over here is the TV console. You have this white board, and then behind it you have this gray fluted wall panel. So really lovely neutral tones with the earthy tones on the furniture. So it gives a very cool feel to the living area. So take a look at this space, very lovely. And then right over here we have the dining area. So we have you have a living area, you have a gated dining section, and right here you have a wine rack. Right? I love how they designed this place, but bear in mind that it won't be coming with the furniture, right? And over here we have kitchen. So it's a fully fitted kitchen. Right here you have a quartz countertop. Here you have a rack for some utensils. There's a dish rack. Right here there's a sink for doing your dishes. Right over here we have the gas burners. So your 4 burners here. There's a heat extractor over here, nicely tucked in to the cabinet, right? And over here we have the oven and microwave, right? Lots of storage spaces here in the cabinet, and note the color tones. So you have this gray tones here, so really nice color scheme used throughout the house. Over here you have a space for the washing machine, and right here you have the refrigerator, right? So lovely layout here we have for the kitchen. Over here there's a back door. You can take this to the back of the house. And also right over here we have a guest toilet, right? So here is the guest toilet. I like how they paid attention to the details, right? Because the guest toilet is away from the kitchen and away from, the dining area, which is not very common in a lot of Nigerian homes. So let's go up over here. So here on the ground floor we have the guest room. So this is the first bedroom, and you can take a look at it. It's quite spacious, right? So here we have the bed. There's enough space here for a study table or a dresser, and over here there's the wardrobe. So you have a wardrobe over here where you can keep your clothes. And for a guest room, this is quite spacious for a guest room, right? So there's the wardrobe, and then over here we have the bathroom, right? One thing to note here is you can see the large windows. We have really large windows in this room, which is not typical of homes. I don't know why developers these days are giving people tiny windows, but here we have large windows, right? So over here we have the bathroom. So here in the bathroom you have your water heater, there's a toilet and a walk-in shower, right? And it's quite spacious. There's enough space to move around. There's a window here you can open for fresh air. So the layout is very standard and very well thought out. Another thing to note about this house is that it's a smart home. So you're going to have a smart door lock, which has not been installed yet, but that will be installed. So smart door lock. There's also a video doorbell outside the house, right? So over here you have the control panel here, like this tab that is on the wall. So you can control the music, the security. There's also intercom, right? So for the different rooms you can call. Now you can also see who's at the door from this device right here, right? So another thing that the device helps you control is you can control the music. So all the rooms here have Bluetooth speakers. So they are ceiling mounted Bluetooth speakers, right? There are also CCTV cameras. You can take a look over here, right? So there are CCTV cameras, and you can observe and control all of these devices, through that screen over there. So let's go upstairs. So here we are on the first floor, right? So one thing I love about the design of the loft is that unlike a duplex where the entire floor is separate from the lower floor, so with this loft design, it's just, partly separated, right? So you can have a view of the ground floor from here. So over here we have the family lounge. So this is another space where you can relax on the upper floor with your family. So the way it's designed is that the communal areas are on the ground floor, like the kitchen, guest toilet, all of that on the living room, those are on the ground floor, right? So upstairs you have the private areas. So this family lounge for you and your family. Also in this house, I love how they designed it with, different artworks, right? So you can see there's a lot of art all around the house, and that's really thoughtful. So over here, as opposed to the regular walls, there's a panel here that is off-white, so it gives a really nice look to the entire design of this space. On this floor, we have 2 bedrooms, right? So the master bedroom and another bedroom. So I'm going to be showing you the master bedroom. Wow, 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 wow. Take a look at this master bedroom, right? So coming in here, the first thing you're going to notice is this king size bed. So it's quite spacious, and above it you have this beautiful pendant light. I love the color, I love the design, very unique. And over here you have this lovely artwork, and right over here you have this floor to ceiling wardrobe, right? So enough storage space for your clothes, right? So, and then over here you have space to put your huge TVs, and also have a TV console right here as well. There's also space on the side. You can have your bedside stool or even a small study table beside the bed, right, on the other area. And then right over here we're going to have bathroom, right? So the bathroom, here you have your wash basin, smart mirror, and then over here you have a walk-in shower, right? There's a walk-in shower right here. Really, really lovely. I'm going to take you to the last room. So here we are. This is the 3rd bedroom. Fairly spacious as well. You have large windows. This is where you can have the bed, and over here is where you have the wardrobe. So now this house is not coming furnished. You're not going to have the beds, but the lighting will be here, the wardrobes will be here, and then the kitchen will be as is with the equipment. You're going to have the kitchen coming with the oven, gas burner, water heater, microwave, all the other things you saw. But the rest of the house, you're just going to have rooms with the wardrobe. You have to bring in the other things yourself, but you can see how you can set up your home once you pay for it. Those are the rooms that we have here. All the rooms are en suite, and they have the option of coming with solar. So you can see there's electricity here, and this is solar power, right? So you have the option of getting your units with solar power as well. So right now, these semi-detached duplexes are going at an affordable rate. You can see the prices in the description of this video. There is a 20% initial deposit, and then you can spread the balance for up to 18 months, right? And aside these semi-detached duplexes, we also have 2-bedroom terraces with a BQ also in this estate. So there are 2 unit types. We have these 3-bedroom semi-detached duplexes, and then we also have the 2-bedroom terrace duplexes with a BQ right here in this estate. Another thing that you're going to get in this estate is that, people always wonder, why is Capital Gardens priced like this? Why is this priced this way? Another thing that you need to notice is that if you're somebody, especially if you're Nigerian in diaspora, you lived in really nice estate, and you want somewhere that you can feel safe, somewhere that you won't feel like you're stepping down, in terms of class of neighborhood, this is the perfect place for you, because you're going to be getting a state-of-the-art estate, paved roads, estate security, amenities such as swimming pool here. There's going to be a swimming pool for the whole estate, and it's a large pool, not those small pools that you see. So large pool, kids pool, adult pool. You're going to have a football pitch. There's going to be a kids playground. There's also going to be a gym, for the estate, right? So lots of amenities right here. The roads are quite wide, so well spaced out. Nobody's parking on the roads, right? Every unit will park right in front of their house. So the roads are free. You can take your night or morning walks or runs very comfortably in this estate, and you feel very safe. So very safe, very serene, very, very aesthetically pleasing, right? So another thing about this developer is that if you take a look at their other projects, they're actually very, very beautiful. You're also going to find a lot of greenery in the estate as well. So you have trees planted, by the sidewalks. You have some in front of houses, in the middle of the road. So yes, you're also going to have greenery in this estate. If you're looking for something that is, better than what most estates in Lagos have to offer, this project is for you, right? In terms of the location, this is located in the eleko area of ibeju, Lekki. And the good news for everyone watching who might think that is a bit far is that, first of all, we have the coastal road, right? So you can get from Victoria Island to Eleko in about 40 minutes. This place is just close to Eleko Junction, so give or take like an extra 5-10 minutes, you are here. So in 45-50 minutes from Victoria Island, you can get to this place, right? So that's really, really good. The Lekki Expressway has been expanded, right? So you have the road fully done from Eleko all the way to Ibrahim Adesoya. So that's significantly cut down travel time. There's less traffic, the roads are good, so you can easily get from Lekki to this place, in much less time than before. So it is not as far as people think. So many things have changed, and it has made this place somewhere that people who might not want to invest here because of the distance now consider, because it's now way more accessible due to improvements in transportation infrastructure. So I will encourage you to give us a call. Let's help you secure units of this estate, right? There's also land here. We're going to put the prices in the video description. So if you want to get a plot of land here and build your own house, you can have your plot. So there are 300 and 600 square meter plots, so you can buy and build what you like, right? Or you can buy units of housing, like we just showed you here as well. So whichever one, the option is yours, right? So give us a call. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, so that you don't miss out on our next tour. So thank you. See you next time.